Hello, hello. Hello over there. Hello, hello, YouTubers. Hello, 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 McGee. Hello, hello. Hey, Nicole. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, the guru. Hello, Rashonda. Hello, hello. Hey, Dustin. Nice to see everybody. Welcome, welcome to our live. Thank you, Nicole, for being here. And yes, hello over here on YouTube. Excited to be on both platforms today. Hello, Marie. Hello, Colleen. Hello, TikToker. Welcome to our Sunday live. So excited to have everybody. Hello, Robert. We had such a great live yesterday, and I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you, Rashonda. Oh, Nicole. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you for all the sweet gifts. Hello, everybody. I'm excited. Nicole and I are both excited to talk to you about your inflamed gut, about foods to eat and avoid, about food combining, about blood type diet. Hello, Chucky the friend. Nice to see you. Hello, Carissa. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Leon with Swan. Hello, Marquez. Welcome all of you to our live call. We're talking about the inflamed gut, and I am also over here on YouTube. Hello, everybody on YouTube. I'm going live simultaneously. So please subscribe to me on YouTube and Instagram, just in case we lose this amazing platform here on TikTok. I mean, my home always, but I feel like it's just so important that we plan for anything. Hello, CJ. And I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I hope you did some self care. Um, I personally didn't do enough of it, but I'm going to catch up a little bit with it tomorrow. So, get in your self care whenever you can. Make the weekend whatever day it can be. Hello, Elaine Murphy. Hello, Judy, Allison. Thank you all for liking the live. Thank you for being here. Montana, Grammy Bear. Oh, so sweet to see you. I always think of my own grandma when I see your name because my mom was born in Montana and we visited all the time. We visited my grandma and my relatives there. Hey, Montana Grammy Bear. Hello, Manda. Hello, Patsy. Hello over here on YouTube. Hey, big boy. Hi, darling. That's my big guy saying hello to me. We were working in the clinic all day today. Nothing in there, honey. I hope you're all having a good weekend. Has anybody been doing food prep? Hey, oh, okay, good. Thank you for telling me. Okay, great. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's good to know. Hello, Masan. Hello, Debbie, Sherry, uh, Cynthia. Hello, hello. Oh, so nice to have all of you. Thank you, thank you. I can see, I can see we are What are we being told by TikTok? Oh, we have to talk about other well, I can talk about other platforms here. I can totally tell you about subscribing to me on YouTube and Instagram, and I hope that you all do. And to those of you who have, thank you so much. I super appreciate that. Hello, lovely starfish. Hello, Celeste. Hello, over here. Hello, friends on YouTube. Wonderful to have you. Oh, Liz. Oh my gosh, Liz, so nice to see you. How are you? I'm so happy to have you here, Liz. Guess what? I'm also live on YouTube at this very moment. So it's a big practice for me and for our community about finding each other everywhere we need to find each other. Hello, Maribel and Madhu, someone, Diana. Hello, YouTube. I know it's so fun. We actually had like half a dozen people there yesterday. Okay, Nicole made beef barley soup today. A friend requested it. Not for these girls, right? Oh my gosh, but I know you are the consummate soup maker, so it's got to be amazing. I remember. I know what the just the aroma of that is. That's the thing about soup. Who's a soup maker out there? I love soup, and my grandma always made soup. And so I grew up with soup on the stove. And what it does to the kitchen is I think just smelling soup heals the gut. Do you love soups? Liz, so I'm so glad you're here. What soups do you love? What soups are low histamine and excellent for people, whether they're dealing with mast cell or they're just on low histamine diets? I would love to hear from you if you have any suggestions. I know soup makes you toasty warm. I agree. Um, you know, and it's funny, one thing about soup I've noticed is that if I'm having soup that has a lot of protein in it, I have to make sure I don't have very much liquid in it or I don't digest it. Can you have pork and spicy stuff when you don't have a flare? Pork, with pork, if you're going to have it, make it 60 days out, but just it's the quality with pork that's everything. You have seen how they raise pigs in America. I don't know where you are, Rashonda, but if you're in America, you want to make sure that they're organically raised and farmed, and that there's no antibiotics nor hormones. And as far as spices, no, because because you just don't want to end up in another flare. So as far as um, you're in Las Vegas. Okay, doke. So you are here in America, and that is a place where we have to really, really watch the quality of our food. So, and as far as spicy stuff, you could just end up back with a flare. I would love to tell you differently, but nobody pays me to lie to them. I had that talk. Hello over here. Hello. Hello, MT. Nice to have you. Um, it's oh so sweet. Oh, thank you. Okay, so fresh is best. Chicken, peas, carrots, and fresh chicken broth. Soups aren't great for MCAS. Exactly. I know that they're not great for it. Part of it is because you don't want to have anything that's been heated over and over and over again. Parneet, you can do that. Absolutely. You can click the link at the top of my bio or go to my website, cleansingforenergy.com, and you can sign up for a personal consult with me. And absolutely, we can talk. That's how you do it. You'll find a link for personal consult on my website. Limitless relaxation. Happy Sunday. What about fried food? Um, I just had a consult with a lovely young woman 2 nights ago, and she asked all these same questions, and I had all the same bad news. But what I'm trying to do is to make sure that you don't get another flare. The main one that you eat is butternut squash soup, but it's pre-made. Okay, got it. So, Liz, what are the rules around? Liz, what are the rules around low histamine and mast cell for food that is not fresh or pre-made? If you share that with me, I would love to know because I want to be able to share it with this community. When is it important that something's fresh, or when is it better to have it pre-made? So that's those two questions. I'd love if you don't mind answering those. Oh, Lauren, I'm so excited. If you have any questions, direct message me about exactly how to take them. Um, so, yes, exactly. Yeah, Rashonda, we are trying to take really good care of you. And we just, if you're not having a flare, we are celebrating it and we want you to stay flare free. So, cook your food, have fresh food, make sure that your vegetables are cooked, make sure that your food isn't fried. Um, MT over here on YouTube, if you have any questions, just throw them into the chat. I would love to answer them. Happy to do that. Um, so, but if you have any, Lauren, what other herbs? Oh, that's a great question. So, Liz, anybody out there, Nicole, as far as herbs that you use in your soups, I know that Lauren had probably watched a video I made on my favorite herbs. Rosemary is definitely top of the list. Oregano, thyme, mint, ginger. Ginger is something that I forgot on that video, Lauren, and I thought of it after. I thought of ginger and I just spaced out, not including it. So, Liz and Nicole, anybody out there who's sensitive and aware, and cook turmeric, of course. Turmeric is something you can add. Um, that's a great one. And I know that our friend Haley, who has definitely watched, managed her gut, uses cayenne, which many people do okay on for the stomach. But that's just something that I think is, so it's no leftovers unless it was frozen as soon as it was done, eaten within 1 to 2 days. Got it. So it's everything is fresh. That's what I thought. I thought it's everything is fresh unless it's absolutely frozen immediately. Mushrooms, yes, but not onions. No onions. Hello, Big Toe 101. Yes, mushrooms are okay unless you have a mast cell or a histamine issue. Um, Salt. Yeah, I know, and I am a salt person as well. I actually have different salts at home because do you all notice anybody out there who loves salts? Liz, you're probably one of those people that different salts have different flavors. It's just not all one size fits all. I mean, we all grew up. I mean, I'm almost 70, but those of us who are older grew up on what Morton's table salt. The last thing in the world that I want anybody to do. Is it okay to eat food with probiotics? Um, I always separate a probiotic. I definitely take them separately. And I actually think probiotics are very much like any other formula. And it's also not a one size fits all. So, yeah, I love Celtic salt. I think they have different flavors. And when you get really attuned and you clean out your body, then you can tell the differences and it's different flavors and it's fun. Um, can diverticulitis? Yes, it can. Well, basically, it's not the diverticulitis. Hey, brown sugar, nice to see you. That irritates your bladder. It's the fact that you're dealing with an inflammatory condition in your body. That's what's going to irritate the bladder. It's the level of inflammation. So it's and or if you're having a diverticulitis attack or a flare, then that infection. If you're having an actual infection and a flare, that can affect the bladder. Absolutely. Hello, Nina, sweetie. I know. Nice to see you, Brown Sugar. And I'm also, hello over here on YouTube. I am also simultaneous on YouTube. So it's super exciting to be able to go live on both platforms. Hello, Strawberry Frost. Thank you for being here. I am drinking my, oh, hello, Buddha. Hello. I'm drinking my organic peppermint green tea. What probiotic is good for someone with low acid? Probiotics have nothing to do with acid. That's your stomach. Um, do I know what causes inflammation or is it different for everyone? Um, Stress, toxicity, constipation, congested lymphatic system, sugar, alcohol, coffee, acidity, all of those things cause inflammation. Is salt and pepper fine on food? No, just you want to not you want to take out the pepper part. You can have the salt part, but you got to take out the pepper part. So that's the thing. No pepper for because pepper is inflammatory. Yeah, stay off the pepper. That's why we've been talking about herbs here. Any dressing suggestions other than lemon and avocado oil? Oh, Jungle Boxing, watching from Sydney. Wonderful. Lemon and avocado oil, or olive oil. As far that's kind of what I like. And then I add salt, ginger, and you know what I put in my salad dressing is or a dressing for any of my cooked veggies is, my favorite cocoa aminos. So that is, I'll do lemon, salt, avocado oil, cocoa aminos. That's my dressing. Do you love cocoa aminos? Uh, and Liz, are cocoa aminos okay for someone with a low histamine issue? I would love to know that. Oh, okay, Nicole. That that must be amazing. Mm. I had yes, it is inflammatory. I had a client the other day who had been flare free for 60 days and they went out and had curry. Oh my gosh, they were in an unfortunate amount of pain. And they just kind of, it was, at a restaurant, probably had, curry is a combination of flavors. It includes pepper. So anything can happen. Yes, I avoid garlic as well. And that's one of those things that some people can add in after they have really healed their other, everybody is really different about that. The same is true for onions. Some people can get away with cooked onions at some point, others can't. It's one of those questions I can never answer for a client. Um, yeah, Buddha. Um, ah, Low glycemic index carb like spaghetti pasta. Yes. Oh, we love basically uh, um, a low glycemic carb spaghetti pasta. So that must be either gluten free or maybe made from butternut squash. Your mother just started. That must be a medication. And Judy, we don't talk about medications here, but if you have any questions about it, you're welcome to direct message me. Hey, Kevin. Thank you all for being here. And hello. Thank you, everybody on YouTube, for being here as well. You are welcome to jump over to TikTok, but I'm so excited to have you here. Buddha, you use okie doke. I can understand that. We talk here about food combining and separating our carbohydrates from our proteins. Oh, yes, you are within 30 days of a flare, but you're going to get there. Oh, thank you, Buddha. I'm not a doctor, but I appreciate your wonderful compliments. You learned last week that there's a gluten cross reactive foods. Oh, fascinating. Oh my gosh. Yeah, thank you, Nicole. Oh, that's so interesting. That makes total sense. Isn't it amazing? There's just so much to learn. It's endless and it's exciting because one dot connects to another dot connects to another dot. Mm. And I think they're all meaningful. And I think that it's also, there's degrees of sensitivities. And I think, the more we know, the more we can care for ourselves. But yeah, I'm so excited for you, Lauren, because you have been doing so well. So it's so exciting to just have you just continue to heal and get stronger and stronger and stronger. Hello, Simplicity. What kinds of teas? Oh, chamomile, peppermint, ginger, um, turmeric. What other kinds of teas? Actually, you can also have green tea because it is alkaline. It's alkaline. You can have matcha. Oh, thank you. I like this. I like this red too. My sister gave it to me. Hello, Candace over here. What are the causes? Ah, So someone is asking over here on YouTube, um, about how to deal with a leaky bladder. And I am going to answer that over there. Um, Yes, we're talking about this lovely person, Candace is wondering if there are conditions that cause leaky bladders, vitamin deficiencies. There are things that you can do to strengthen it. Vitamin D, Candace, I would say would be one of them. But another thing that would help a leaky bladder is pelvic floor therapy. But if you email me, we'll talk about that. Um, Water with lemon and pink salt helps with digestion. Um, I'm not so sure, Gisela, that it helps with digestion because there's nothing in it that's going to add to the acid in your stomach. So, what it can do is alkalize your body. I wouldn't say that it helps with digestion, but I will say that lemon and pink salt is an excellent electrolyte and it's wonderful for the electrical system in your body. It doesn't exactly help digestion. That would be my feedback because what we're talking about in digestion is making sure that you actually fortify the low acid condition that causes inflammation and indigestion for most people. But water with lemon and pink salt is an excellent electrolyte, and that keeps your body hydrated. Um, you're so welcome, Gisela. Absolutely. Hello, cut in limitless. Would a probiotic balance the gut if you have acid reflux? No. A probiotic is just going to build up the gut in your flora. So direct message me, and I have something else to share with you about that. So POTS. Oh, isn't that interesting? That's really fascinating, Liz. Oh, yes, I agree. Liquid IV is wonderful for hydration. How is lemon okay? That's a great question, P family. So the question is, how is lemon okay? But guess what? Lemon goes alkaline in the stomach. Orange doesn't, pineapple doesn't. No other citrus does, but lemon internally is alkaline. So that's how it works. Um, is there a healthy? Yes, there is. If you direct message me, Jungle Boxing, I'm happy to share that with you. What food is inflammatory? The most inflammatory food besides gluten and dairy is sugar. Um, any form of sugar or anything processed, fried, um, that has anything that has chemicals in it, anything that has any chemicals at all. It's one reason why we try to eat organic as much as we can, because all chemicals that food are grown in are inflammatory. Um, yes, lemon is alkaline digested. Um, yes. Eggs can be, exactly. Eggs can be inflammatory as well, even if you don't. So that's an interesting thing because even if you're not allergic to them, meaning if you do a food sensitivity test and eggs come up fine, that doesn't mean they're not inflammatory. The same is true for wheat. You can come out where you don't have a sensitivity to wheat, it's still going to be inflammatory. The same is true for corn. Someone was asking what other foods are inflammatory. Corn is inflammatory. That has so much to do with the kind of corn we have in America and the chemicals that it's grown in. Soy, and something else that's really inflammatory. Some of that has to do with the chemicals it's grown in. Yes, no corn. Candace, please direct message me. I would love to help you with that, and definitely love to help share some information with that, because yes, you can heal it naturally. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no corn. No corn, no corn in any form. Thank you, Liz. No, and I have a lovely client um, whose wife is an amazing cook, and had been making some incredible corn tortillas. He thought that they were okay because it wasn't popcorn. Oh my gosh, he was in a lot of pain. And luckily, with castor oil packs and doing liquids, bone broth and aloe vera juice, he avoided the flare getting as bad as his other flares had gotten. You know, it's a really good question about tofu. I always tell people to really limit it because it is inflammatory and it is processed. That's, my opinion. And I'd love to hear everybody else's. Nicole, Liz, what's your sense of tofu? Um, uh, uh, s- oh, yes. So we're talking about, yes, soy. Um, I do believe that there was a time and a place when tofu wasn't as processed as it was and as inflammatory. I remember having it in Japan when I was young, um, but just no longer. Ezekiel bread. So the problem with Ezekiel bread is it's made of wheat. And so no to tofu, it was a fad. Um, so Ezekiel bread is made of wheat, and that's a problem. I definitely, and I remember when Ezekiel bread was really trendy. And yeah, it's tricky. I have people who are vegetarian or vegan, especially, and they're trying to heal their gut. And I'm straight up in admitting soy is tricky. So much inflammation can be connected to hormones. Exactly. Um, it's so true. Let's see. Yes, so I avoid soy as well. I mean, I just tell my clients straight up. For those of you, some of you know that I was a vegan for a period of time when I was first healing, and I definitely tried it out. I My health plummeted. The detox part was great, but my health plummeted from lack of protein, my blood sugar, my hormones. It did not work. You're confused because blood type A said they can consume it. Um, yes, but that's true. I know that's in the blood type diet, but it doesn't take into account all these other issues with it. I would say, Angela, I did a post where there's some of my favorite gluten-free breads, and Amazon carries some of them. So check them out for gluten-free sourdough bread with buckwheat. So that's a great question. And if if it is just made of buckwheat because buckwheat is actually not even a type of wheat. Buckwheat in fact, I think buckwheat might be a grass. But what you want to do is just make sure that it's got to be gluten free. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, so your question about what's the root cause? What is the root cause of constipation? I'd say it's very much like the root cause of of inflammation, which is stress, toxicity, and probably more than anything else, it's lack of stomach acid. It's the fact that most of us have such low stomach acid that food just isn't digesting. When's the best time of day to drink wheatgrass juice? Anytime that you have an empty stomach. You don't want to drink wheatgrass on a full stomach. Um, um, you can BM 7676. You can direct message me that question. We'll talk about it. We will talk about that. Um, uh, when I say toxicity, I would say chemicals in the food, air, and water. Stress actually is inflammatory as well. Um, but I would say it's kind of back to, going upstream, and it is that low acid condition in the stomach that we're dealing with so that food just isn't digesting. And then you add to that miscombinations of food, chemicals in food, air, water, and then you add stress. And all of that makes impaction. Um, as a colon therapist of 45 years, I see it in my office every single day. Hello, Easy Poo. I love that name, of course, being a colon therapist. Mm. Oh, Candace, you are so welcome. Thank you so much for popping in over here on YouTube. That's so exciting, and I'm so glad that you found us. Um, I don't know anything about that, Angela. Oh, Alex, thank you. I will take a look at those tonight or tomorrow night, but thank you for, I promise I'll get to you. How do you know? Oh, that's a great question. How does someone know if you have a low acid condition? Are you tired after you eat? Do you ever get brain fog, fatigue? Do you have constipation? Do you have any food sensitivities? Do you have an autoimmune disease? Do you have any inflammatory gut condition? Have you ever had a parasite? Those are all symptoms of low acid. No soda, NO on the soda. Uh-uh. Um, oh, user 27. Great for you. Congratulations. We've been talking about, Ezekiel bread has wheat and blood type O should be avoiding it, but really everyone needs to avoid it. So we're going gluten-free here. Gluten-free in 2025. Gluten-free. I know, right? Jungle boxing. Ah, it's funny. I just did a video on oatmeal. Um, it's not the worst thing, but it's definitely not the best. It also doesn't have a lot of nutrition and it's constipating. Um, it isn't the absolute worst thing in the world. It's just not the best. No poppy soda. I did a whole video on poppy soda. The ways that companies are making money off people who are health conscious makes me crazy. And that is all that is. That is just a marketing scam. Um, yeah. Yes, and the carbonation too. It's the carbonation, it's the soda. It's just the worst. And the fact that companies are trying to market it as healthy makes me absolutely nuts. Lorraine, I have some videos right here on my TikTok for how to make wheat-free, gluten-free, even yeast-free bread. That's really yummy. So check out some of the videos on my feed. I'll have to do some reposting. Hey, Pam. Um, oh, good. MT says, good to know because you were going to incorporate oats back into your diet. I did a video. Actually, you're going to find that video on Instagram. I'm everywhere these days, MT, but I'm glad that I love that you're here on YouTube and thank you for being here. Um, would you have one if you, that's a great question. Do you know that actually even ulcers and gastritis come from having low acid? Yeah, they actually come from having really low acid. But you can't, first, the most important thing to do is to heal that inflammation. Are those on YouTube? Oh, you can check it out on Instagram. Okay, great. Fantastic. Good. What about organic oatmeal? Great question. Cream of rice, totally fine if you make it with water. Organic oatmeal, if you really cook it well, it's just not the best. Can sugar help diverticulitis? I don't think sugar helps anything, although have you all seen the video I posted about the labor and delivery nurse who uses sugar on the bottoms of her new mama clients for their hemorrhoids? I think that's the only place sugar should go. Laura, what can you eat after flare? Direct message me and I'll send you my diverticulitis diet digital download. Grits, nope. No grits. But thank you for the question, Deanna. Um, yes, yes, yes. Oh, good. Um, yes. Thank you, Nicole. That's an excellent question. But no grits. Inflammatory. Yeah, thank you. That's a great question, though. Hello, Anne. He asked if sugar helps diverticulitis, or is sugary some kind of a maybe it isn't sugar, and maybe it's actually some kind of a product that I didn't know, and I'm talking about it as if it's sugar. I just may not be. Oh, surgery. Okay. Can sur that's sorry, I totally misread that. Thank you. Can surgery help? Um, that's really between you and your doctor, but I can tell you a person can have, uh, we'll talk about that later. Direct message me. Hello, Kathy Painter. So nice to see you here. What do I think about aloe? I know, isn't that hilarious, Jen Works? I totally missed that. I think I was just programming that word out of my mind, because I've been helping a lot of clients avoid that this week. So I just wasn't even wanting to think of that word. Um, what do I think about aloe? It's one of the things we love the most here is aloe vera gel and aloe vera juice. Fantastic for helping heal the gut. Kathy, guess what? I am live on YouTube, as well as being live here. I know you do that all the time, and I'm excited to be doing it. And nice to see you here. And I hope you're doing well. And I hope that everything was okay with you in the fires, because I know you're in Los Angeles. Yes, and we love it. What type of aloe do we suggest? So I think you're asking about capsules. I don't know about a brand of capsules, but I do know that we love Lakewood. Lily of the Desert's probably my favorite. George's is another one. Is aloe soothing? Oh, it is so soothing. It's just, if anybody there has had a burn or sunburn, or any kind of a burn on the outside of on the outside of your body, and you put aloe vera gel on it, and it just heals right up, well, it does the same thing to the inside of your body. So yes, we love aloe. If you don't love the taste of it, you can hide it in a juice. Oh, did the aloe suggestion help? Um, it's funny, Nicole. I have clients that use the capsules. I never found them to work, but although I think it's good if you're traveling. I mean, it's better than nothing. But I always tell people to go fresh. The taste is bitter. Maybe I developed a taste for it from using it for so long, but also I'd say hide it in a smoothie. Hide it in a smoothie. Hey, Maribel, nice to see you back. Thank you for jumping back in. Um, yes, MT, you will find generally everything that is on TikTok is on Instagram and vice versa, but once in a while I'll put something just on Instagram. Mano, welcome, welcome. So aloe won't irritate. Aloe vera juice is very soothing. It's one thing we can say. I know wouldn't it be, Nicole? I think so too. It would be, it would be great if everything in a capsule was as strong. Are there levels? Doctors may grade them in levels. That's possible. Um, they may have grades of it. That would be, thanks, Nicole. But that's not something that we talk about here. Organic almond milk. Yes, Maribel, just make sure that it doesn't have any sugar. But yes, organic almond milk's totally fine. You're welcome. Hello, Pablo Dresmond. Welcome to Healing Our Gut and talking about foods and things to avoid and things that we love, like aloe vera juice and bone broth. And one of the things that Liz was sharing with us is if you have any kind of a histamine issue, to make sure that what you are consuming is fresh. That's your doc. As far as that goes, George, that is a diagnostic test that your doctor will perform. That's the only way to have a definitive diagnosis. Hey, Martina, welcome, welcome. um, oh yes, GenWorks. I've done a ton of them, because one of our followers here, whom you've met, Allison, is an AB. So let me tell you right off the top. So I'll just cut to the chase and make it simple for you. If you're blood type AB struggles with inflammation more than any other blood type. Inflammation is the middle name of blood type AB. My blood type AB clients are generally pretty strong and pretty healthy constitutionally, but they struggle with swelling. And the food for you to avoid, besides gluten and dairy products from a cow, would be chicken, if you can believe it. Chicken reacts blood type AB. So you can have turkey, you can have fish, you can have bison, occasional beef. Um, yeah, isn't that amazing? So, Allison, I will share from Allison that she said that as she started to avoid chicken, her inflammation went down. And also detox. My friend, detox is really important if this is your blood type. Hello, Mohammed. You're a blood type. Ah, okie doke. So, Chrissy, direct message me. Mhm. Lorraine direct message me. Lamb is okay. Lamb is probably the absolute easiest to digest red meat. And when I had no digestion at all, I could digest lamb. Um, other than we don't talk about medication here, Mohammed, but we talk about aloe vera juice. What foods to avoid with blood type A? So you really want to avoid wheat. Um, and that's the food you really want to avoid with blood type A. You just want to make sure that you are getting enough protein. And then the other thing with blood type A, you have less acid in your stomach than any other blood type, more prone to bugs, bacteria, parasites, H. pylori. So what's really important is to be taking a digestive enzyme at the end of your happy gut cleanse. At the end of your the end of your happy gut cleanse, I'm reading Nicole. Um, I'm reading what Nicole says here about happy gut soothe. So that's one thing. It's really important to be adding a digestive enzyme. Um, and you can eat chicken as a blood type O. Every other, so blood type A and blood type O can have chicken. Blood type B and AB, no. The best food for blood type O, Diana, is proteins and vegetables. Blood type O's don't do that great on grain. You can also have goat products. So vegetables, stick with vegetables and protein. And you need more protein than any other blood type, but you struggle with constipation as a blood type O. So make sure that you're using something for that, like my happy gut cleanse. Is sugar is inflammatory? Does that include? Oh, that's a great question. Stevia, no. Stevia is zero glycemic. Honey, you can use a small amount of, just not a lot. What about dairy? As long as it comes from a goat. Cow dairy, inflammatory. Best protein for blood type A. Oh, you're welcome. Best proteins for blood type A, really anything but beef. Blood type A do not do well on red meat, except occasionally on lamb. So you want to stick with fish, chicken, turkey, eggs, goat products. Did you hear that lamb is the easiest red meat? Yes. With diverticulitis, I would still say no red meat until you're 60 days away from a flare. You know what, Lauren? I eat a lot of fish as well. So what I do is I go for the lowest mercury fish. I eat a lot of sardines. They're probably the absolute lowest. You can get that, Merle, at the link in my bio, which is my website, cleansingforenergy.com. So, Lauren, I eat a lot of canned sardines. They're one of the lowest mercury fishes. And I eat it every day, and I have been for decades. And I just got a mercury test, and I have really low mercury. So also I do canned, a wild caught salmon, or I also do fresh, but it's much more cost effective for my lunches, which are daily, to do canned wild caught salmon. So if you stick to those fishes, avoid tuna, avoid swordfish, avoid fish that, like a flounder, that are live on the bottom of the ocean. Um, yeah. Where do you get? Oh, great. Where do you get a mercury test? You might be able to find one on Amazon. But if you Google that, I'm sure that you will find one for, I will tell you, GenWorks, that the the prop, now that I'm thinking about this, no to tilapia. Yeah, absolutely not. GenWorks Rottweilers. Now that I'm, what is your name? And then I'll start calling you your name. The absolute gold standard for a mercury test is something that is called a urine provocation test. That's really the gold standard. A blood test isn't really Mary. Um, a, Even a blood test or a hair test might actually be something that you could trust, and I bet you could get that on Amazon. Otherwise, it's a urine provocation test. That would be something you get from a doctor. But yeah, I bet a hair test would do it. Best food for A positives. So you got to make sure that you're gluten free. Can sardines? Yes. For gout, I would avoid sardines. I agree, George. Yes. Mary, I'm glad I have your name now. Um, Chrissy, well, avoid it. And when you're talking about yogurt that you get stomach aches from, is that goat yogurt from a cow or a goat? Because you may do better if I love your yellow and purple, by the way, because those are my two of my favorite colors. Um, you it may come, yes, I'm not a doctor. Exactly. Negative, positive, no, it does not. Negative and positive doesn't matter. Thank you, Nicole, for that. Hello, Mrs. Ivy. Um, uh, hey, darling. Daisy, hello. Happy Sunday to you. Hello, Jean. Miss Fungi, you're so very welcome. Hello, Mrs. Ivy. Welcome. We are talking the best cooking oil. Avocado oil handles heat the best. Um, Dairy type, you want to go with goat for all dairy types. No prawns and no shrimp for gout. Exactly. Hello, happy Sunday to you, Miss Daisy. I hope you're having a, yeah. We are going goat. We are going goat for everything. Thank you. O's can eat. Yes, absolutely, Chrissy. You're totally right. Dairy type for O is always goat. Is That's the type that you want. You want to do limitless relaxation as long as it's gluten free. Mary, you're so welcome. Thank you. Where do you get goat yogurt? They have it. I live in California. Chrissy, where do you live? I've seen it everywhere in even Trader Joe's and Costco's. Not just a health food store. Even my regular grocery store has it. Hi, Pumpkin. Somebody needs a little love. My little Cheyenne. Um, you can't have goat. It was on your food sensitivity list. Okay. No goat yogurt for you, Daisy. You are probably really sensitive to milk. Do you know, it's funny. I don't do a lot of goat products as well, but when I was pregnant, all of a sudden I could have goat products. No, prawns are okay. We were talking about someone who has gout for prawns. Lauren, you live in New Jersey and you got it from the local grocery store, right? I think it's pretty easy to find. It's not. I mean, nowadays there's so much There's so many goat products that are easier and easier to find in grocery stores, all kinds of fancy goat cheeses and goat yogurts. You're doing coconut yogurt. Fantastic. I noticed that a lot of the coconut yogurts in my local health food store had sugar in them. So I discovered when I was shopping for it, to try it out. It's not something I eat a lot of, but to try it out, that I had to be picky about reading the label. You wouldn't really think that a product like that would have sugar in it. But they snuck it in. So it just taught me about, you always have to read labels. Hello, Yenny. Um, Hello here on YouTube. Thank you so much for being with us. The problem with Greek yogurt is, Chrissy, make sure you read the label, okay? What about kefir? Yes, it's fine if it's from a goat. Oh, jungle boxing. Goodbye, goodbye. Thank you for being here. You're in Australia, right? I think you are in Australia, and thank you for being here. Um, Wonderful to have you. I hope that you're having, I think it's, if you are in Australia, then it would be Monday where you are, right? Tammy, you're so welcome. Hello, Alyssa. Hello, Julie Brown. Nice to see you. Hello, B Battles. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. Oh, Miss Cheyenne, are you just bored, pumpkin pie? My sweet little girl. She's had a long 7 days in the clinic. Australia, it's Monday at 11 a.m. Exactly. You know, uh, Chrissy, I know we are dog lovers, right, Mary? What do my dogs eat? Do you know that my dogs, this is hilarious. My husband said, of course, you would rescue dogs that have major gut issues. I have two Belgian Malinois with major gut issues. They have lots of allergies and they eat lamb and turkey. They're allergic to chicken and beef and every single kind of grain and everything in the world. They eat lamb and turkey. Um, and the only grain they can handle is rice, but they don't get a lot of that. Can mercury cause? Sarah, direct message me, and I'm happy to talk to you about that. Do you love mals? Yes. If you're yes, I. They're very very special. I rescued Cheyenne, who's right with me right here. Actually, a beautiful friend of mine who's here on TikTok. Mom of All Things rescued her, and I got her from Mom of All Things. And then I got my big guy from, he'd been in 3 shelters. Lauren, you made the turkey thigh in the slow cooker again. Can I post additional? Oh, yes. I thank you, Lauren, for inspiring me. I am so, so happy to do that. Yes, I would love that. I promise to do that. That means because that will inspire me to try out some new recipes. Yes, Sarah. Do you know? I know. Isn't that so good, Lauren? I love it, and my dogs love it. They get leftovers. Is there a correlation with gut and back pain? Do you know that food combining, separating proteins and carbohydrates really helped my low back pain? I used to have horrible low back pain, which was caused from gas. So when I started separating my proteins and carbohydrates, it really helped my gas pain. So gas can cause terrible backaches. Indigestion can cause terrible backaches. Thank you, Sarah, for following me. And please, everybody, when we finish the live, would you please take one moment and follow me on Instagram and YouTube? I'm really trying to get up to 1,000 followers on Instagram. On YouTube. It's been a slow go. Any specific foods to avoid with back and gut issues? The most important thing I would say is are foods that are spicy and hard to digest. And then also just keep those proteins and carbs separate. Thank you, Mary. Us dog lovers, we stick together. Mary, you would have loved a meme that I posted on Instagram. It was a picture of all these Disney princesses, and it said, it must be all those Disney films that made me think I could take care of all these animals because all the Disney princesses all had tons of animals. Sarah, how do you keep carbs and proteins separate? No, please, Sarah, bring on the questions. How do you keep them separate? So if you're having eggs for breakfast, you don't have bread with it, even gluten-free. If you're having chicken or turkey or fish for lunch, you're not going to have a sweet potato with it. You're not going to have pasta with it. You're going to have veggies with it. And Sarah, there's a food combining chart on my website, and I just dropped a video yesterday on food combining. So check it out right here on TikTok. What's the importance of separating carbs and proteins? They don't digest together, Amy, so they lead to weight gain, number one, belly fat, um, which is never fun, constipation, diarrhea, and they can lead to flares because they just ferment in your stomach because they bloat. Yeah, bloat. Oh my gosh, when I was younger, I always looked like I was about to have a baby. Yes, there's tons of videos, Sarah, on my TikTok page about food combining. And I just posted one yesterday. Yeah, I just bloat, bloat, bloat. Oh my gosh, I just looked huge, bigger than when I was pregnant. So food combining was so significant for me, which is why I always talk about it. It was so significant. And it is, I know that it's a huge change of habit, because every culture has miscombined foods. Can you eat black beans? Not if you have a gut issue, because a black bean is any bean is a protein and a carb in one food. It's the only food really like that that has sort of an equal amount of proteins and carbs. So it really makes it hard to digest. Um, can some people do it? Of course, because millions of people eat beans. But if you have a gut issue, no. Um, and I do have some clients that have healed their gut and they eat beans. So everybody's a little different. I've never really done well with them. I mean, they don't cause the problems they used to, but they still make me bloat. You know, when you don't bloat anymore and you used to bloat, it's just, you just don't want to give that feeling up. Hello, Tom. Nice to have you. Uh, we've got they oh yes, and thank you for sharing that, Nicole. They're not great for the kidneys. Nicole, what is it in a bean that isn't good for kidneys? Are they high in oxalates? Um, is there something else in a bean that makes it not they're high in oxalates? That's what I thought. Yeah. Sue, thank you for popping in to say hi. Lola, thank you for sharing the live. So it's a perfect moment to talk about oxalates. So oxalates are they are mineralized crystals that end up in our joints and especially in our kidneys. They cause kidney stones, they cause damage to our joints, they also cause headaches and brain fog. Nicole, what else do oxalates cause? Because they are so damaging. And now people are starting to talk about them. Oxalates are so dangerous for the kidneys. People don't even realize how damaging they can be. The highest oxalate foods are kale, spinach, beets, beet tops, chard. Um, thank you. So it's really, I mean, if you're putting, I have young clients who are super healthy and we're putting spinach juice in their green juices. Haley was one of them, Nicole, and she got a kidney stone last year. So no more spinach juice in her drinks or mine. Yes, Sarah, there absolutely is. Always an underlying issue of stress. Oh, good question with arugula. Do you know? I don't know about that. But I bet Nicole will. Nicole, is a high oxalate food? That's such a great question. It doesn't pop, it doesn't seem like I've seen it on the list, but Nicole is expert on this, so she will know. Um, 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 Oh, yes. Nicole, what about arugula? Is that a high oxalate food? I don't know. I will look it up though. It's an okay lettuce. Um, um, oh, cool. That's great. I love that. And I got some microgreens that were really easy to digest arugula. It was like baby arugula, infant arugula, and it was really delicious and tangy in yeah. What are the worst foods for your gut? Oh, what a good question. Anything fried, anything processed, um, wheat, soy, corn, um, those are the worst, but I'd say anything fried, processed fast food, probably top of the list. And also eating when you're really, really stressed. Better off to have a protein shake. Better off to have bone broth. Do you love arugula? Start a microgreen garden, Nicole, my gardening queen. Jimmy Z, welcome. Allison. We are talking about oxalates at this moment. I'm going to do another post on oxalates. I think it's just something that's important to keep talking about because more and more young people are dealing with kidney stones, and that's it's so important. Collards are good question. Collards. I know that chard is high in oxalates. Nicole, what about collard greens? Do you know about if that's high in oxalates? Um, do you know? Good question on that, Sue. I will say that, Sue, if you check out um, a review on my one of my what is the product that Allison just reviewed, where she said she had the exact same results with that Crave Control. My client Alice, all of our friend Allison, where she said she had the exact same results with Crave Control as her GLP-1 med. Um, Sarah, bone broth and aloe vera juice and going liquid. Okay, so collards are high oxalates. Good to know. Um, we are not fans of soybeans. We're not. They're super indigestible. Super undigestible. So, as far as a plant based protein, I'm probably not the person to ask because I did not have success with plant based diets with people who need protein. And most all of my vegan clients are protein deficient. I am always really upfront about that. Um, I think that a plant based diet is excellent as a short term detox. That's my experience of it. Sue, that's fantastic. Oh, good for you. I'm so glad. Sue, you notice I'm looking over here. You know why? Because we're on YouTube as well as on TikTok today. And we've had some lovely people like Candace and MT joining us over here on YouTube. So I'm going to do one more quick plug for please subscribing to me on Instagram and YouTube, just in case anything happens. Did you see me there? That's so cool. Oh, Sue, that's so sweet. Thank you. I'm so glad that you got off sugar, number one. Big kudos to you. That is no small feat. Congratulations. You have really made some huge changes in your life and I bet in your body. So, congratulations. Abarameki, I'm sure I'm not saying your name right, so forgive me, but you're so very, very welcome. Hello, Liza. Good evening, Positively Ella. So nice to have you in the last 5 minutes of our TikTok and YouTube live. My little Cheyenne can't wait to go home because she's about to crawl up in my lap. Oh, my big boy is asleep. Hello, user 34. Nicole and I will be back next Saturday and Sunday here live. We will be on YouTube and we will be here on TikTok Saturday at 4 and Sunday at 4. If I didn't answer a question of yours, please direct message me. And if you direct messaged me yesterday and I didn't get back to you, I didn't get to messages last night, but I probably will tomorrow. I'm kind of worn out. It was another 7-day work week. I don't know if I'll be up late answering messages tonight, but I promise you I will tomorrow. Do you always learn something new? Oh, thank you. Do you know what, Sue? So do I. I learned something new. If I wasn't here or seeing clients in my clinic that were teaching me things, how would I learn? Oh, yes. If you can't get to me for any reason, message Nicole and she will find me as she always does. And I always find her. I love you, Nicole. And thank you for being here with me. Just being my ride or die right here and everywhere. Sarah, you're thank you. Liz, thank you for being here. Thank you for giving up your Sunday to be here with us. And thank you for all the information you share. We were just talking about how much we learn. Okay. So Grace Queen, please direct message me and we will talk. Okay. Please direct message me and we will talk about that. Happy to drop in with you about that. And if you'd like to do a consult, you can sign up on on cleansingforenergy.com. Upshits Creek, that's your name. That's hilarious, and I love that. Good night. Sharing is caring. Good night, Liz. Love you. Thank you for being here. Good night, Mary. Yes, Grace Queen, please direct message me. Jen, you're catching us at the very end of our live, and Anne, and Alex. But please, you'll see us either next week, or if you'd like to drop a question, please do it, and I will direct message. You can direct message me, and I'll get back to you. Direct message Nicole as well. Good night, Marie, Lauren. Good night. Lauren, if you have any questions about everything you just received in the mail, direct message me, okay? You know where to find me, and I will find you. And I will, would you also, Lauren, send me a reminder about more turkey recipes? Would you please do that so that I don't space out and forget? I'm not writing things down because I'm petting Cheyenne. She is madly ready to go home. Thank you, Lauren. Salome, oh, what a beautiful name. We are just about to say goodnight here, but I hope that you will direct message me if you have a question. Please, everyone, thank you for following me on YouTube and Instagram. Um, Hello, Adrian Payne. You found us at the end of our live, but we will be back. Oh, Chrissy, thank you so much for being here. Like I said, I just smile when I see those gold stars and purple hearts. Nice meeting you too. Thank you, thank you. Up Schitt's Creek. Did you know up Schitt's Creek that I'm a colon therapist? So of course, I love that. You're going to laugh at this, Nicole. One of my dear friends said that as a colon therapist, I should have a shirt that says, "Your shit is my bread and butter." Do you love that? I love that. I mean, I really should do that. Thank you for liking the live. Yes, come back, Chrissy. Come back, come back. Um, isn't that hilarious, Nicole? You would actually love her very much. She's my 95-year-old fairy godmother who lives on a mountaintop in Big Sur and basically lives outdoors. I hope to see you then. Karen, you're joining Citrus Mug at the very end of our live. It's funny, I'm not getting that little thing from TikTok that I usually get, but that's okay. I love all of you, and I will see you next week. Bye, Nicole. I love you, and take care of yourself this week, and we'll talk. Jules, that's what my sister calls me. It's her nickname for me. Please, everybody, take really good care of yourselves this week. Follow me on Instagram and YouTube, please. And thank you all for being here. And thank you for sharing. And thank you for being so kind to me and Nicole and to each other. Love you all.